Okay guys, so in this video we're going to look at doing the first tune you learned, Blanchard's Hornpipe, with G Gracenotes now. So this is going to be a pretty daunting task for you if you haven't already mastered Blanchard's Hornpipe without Gracenotes, and also worked on each of the transitions that we looked at in the last video, going up and down the scale one note at a time with G Gracenotes. Here we're actually going to be looking at transitioning across the hands and even skipping a couple notes at a time on the bottom hand and going from the bottom hand to the top hand and back and forth using G Gracenotes. So this is going to take a lot of individual practice on these individual transitions in order for you to get this tune from start to finish at 40 beats per minute. But let me go ahead and play it for you now at 40 beats per minute, and we'll look at some strategies you can use to really get yourself out of a bind if you're having issues at particular places in the tune. Okay, so let me go ahead and play this for you with the metronome now. Okay, so that is going to be pretty difficult for you to do with the metronome without isolating individual transitions with G Gracenotes that you find within the tune. So let me show you what I mean. So if I was learning this tune for the first time, I would really slow it down, and I really would encourage you to do that. So playing it without the metronome first, really slowing it down and looking at each of these individual transitions that you have and drilling them on their own. So how I would play it to start off would be like this. So for example, let's say if I was having a hard time with the G Gracenote down to low A from C, I would go back to the 3 steps that we talked about. So remember, you want to raise the Gracenote finger that you're using. In this case, it's the index finger here that creates G. Get in the position of the note you're going to, and then rapidly close the finger. So I would do that in slow motion, up to the point where I was comfortable with it, and then speed it up from there. So in slow motion, it would look like this. Okay, let's look at another example, C to E. This one is pretty difficult because we are transitioning between the 2 hands. So if we were having a hard time, let me show you how we would do that in slow motion. Okay, and then finally, last example, let's look at coming from F to E. So F to E is kind of a special case because there's not too many fingers we're dealing with. So in a normal process, we would say, let's lift this finger, get into E position, and close the finger. But if you look at it, by getting into E position, we've already closed the finger, okay? So F to E with the G gracenote in that sense is pretty simple if you think about it the right way. So how you should think about it is you're just going to lift that finger and then place these two rapidly down on the chanter. So it would look like this. And then coming the opposite direction, E to F, very similar concept. We're going to lift this finger, bring the other one with it, and then plop this one down in F position. So it would look like this. And again, the important thing here is leading with the correct finger, because if we don't lead here and we actually lift this finger up first, we're going to get that rolling sound that happens, and we're going to get that crossing noise in between. So go ahead and take your time with that, and good luck, and we will see you in the next video.